Alright, gang, it is July 18, 2025, Friday, and this is what Apple Valley does. It kills. It's a slaughterhouse. Let's look at what Apple Valley does. They have a manager that makes over $300,000 a year, kill techs that make $150,000 a year. Just the sickening evil of these people is overwhelming. I would be surprised if there is one living dog or cat in that shithole. Let's look at who they killed. Here's Mumble, Maggie, Nick, Madonna, Fergie, Coco, Dallas, Kappa, and Subi. These two are probably the happiest dogs in the place. Tucker, Norman, Canella, Winnie, all these siblings, Leo, Leanne, Linda, Lisa, all killed. Kangaroo got out, Maddox slaughtered, Ka slaughtered, Maggie slaughtered, Donnie slaughtered. This is what your tax dollars pay for. Yeah, this is what they love to do. They love to kill. And these two beautiful puppies at San Bernardino on Chandler, both slaughtered. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And they both had adopters. But that's the whole mentality of sadists, is they love to kill. You know, the thing is, gang, if you're really serious about adopting a dog from a kill shelter, you got to move on it. You can't just assume somebody else is going to grab them because they're gorgeous animals or whatever. You got to move on it. You see them, just jump on it and be a take charge person. Don't wait for somebody else. The people that run these places, they could give a rat's ass shit how many they kill. And truthfully, gang, they enjoy it. You could believe what you want. You could say that, you know, I'm turning these people into villains. Well, that's what villains do. So, let's look at a couple that are alive. Here's Apple, Mountain Dew. Here is Fresca. Here is Brisk, Fanta, Little Sierra. What a beautiful dog. Here's Bella. Here's Bertha, somebody's dog, because it's chipped, but they won't make any effort to find the owner. And the owner won't make any effort to find their dog. That's just how it is. Look at this one. This is at SBC. He's really taken a hell of a beating. San Bernardino on Chandler. And these are dogs that were due out at 2 o'clock today. All at San Bernardino on Chandler, if they're alive. So I show you the dead ones just to also show you the kind of dogs that show up. You don't need to go pay a breeder $2,000 for a dog when you can come here and get them for very little money, probably $60. I don't know. You'll have to call and ask. Pyrenees. Here's another wonderful, looks like a lab mix. Looks like a boxer mix, maybe. I don't know. Maybe a pit mix. I don't know. German Shepherd mix. And going down the road here. What a beautiful little guy. Happy. You know, I would trust anybody at a shelter like I would trust 7-Eleven sushi, you know. or Hillary Clinton, or Biden. There's New Mexico. Today was their 15 days. They kill everybody at 15 days. But I read that Tanner got out. So, you know, I don't want to take credit for anything, you know, because there's people who do a lot more than I do. I just post them everywhere I can, you know. Just in case I might reach that one person that might save one dog or one cat. But there's an outfit at Roswell that I think it's called FORA, and they come and they rescue quite a few dogs, but obviously not enough. Here's Mountain Dew again. Here is Cactus. And more dogs killed at Apple Valley, of course. Little Subi. That was a very special dog. They're all very special dogs, but those are the ones that really get you. How sick those killers have to be to kill a happy, smiling dog, you know? I think I've told you this before. Frog got out. Here's cream soda. Yeah, we're going too far back now. Here's what I wanted to say was, so the kind of people that kill dogs and cats, etc., these are the same type of people that the Nazis had in their concentration camps, like Sobibor, Dachau, Treblinka, Majdanek, Auschwitz, Mauthausen. And those were the big camps. I wouldn't be surprised if there was 5,000 plus smaller satellite camps, and they staffed them with personnel that were unfit for frontline duty. They staffed them with disciplinary problem staff, and I really wouldn't want to call them soldiers, because they're not really soldiers. They were just staff. But who they staffed them with were basically criminals. They were unfit for frontline duty, going to the Eastern Front or the Western Front and fighting. And that's who they staffed these death camps with. And it's basically the same thing when you think about so-called animal control. It's not animal control, it's animal slaughter. It's slaughterfest. You know, the person that's probably going to kill these puppies, they probably can't wait to get to work that day to kill them. I mean, that sounds really horrible to put that on the internet, but that is the truth. You know, if you even barely pay attention to what goes on in our world, there's a lot of sick people out there, and they enjoy hurting animals, and they seek employment in animal control where they have access to animals to hurt, and they can do it with a slap on the back from the government. So there it is, gang. So now you know they're not the good guys, they're the enemy. Yep, that is business as usual. Just torturing animals. So I like this. When you see animals in need, please help them instead of hoping someone else will. You are someone. Isn't that the truth? Anyway, we got tons of beautiful dogs in all these different shelters. Merino Valley, Palmdale, Lancaster. This one still just grabs me. At Chandler. I hope he's still alive. An SBC on Chandler. This nice lady, if you find her on the Facebook, follow her. She gives you all the information about the dogs, and she's very up to date. Yeah. Okay, gang. You know, Their days on this shithole planet's over. That's sad. You know, it's just really sad that people just, they'll never experience the friendship or love of these beautiful creatures. You know, because all they have to give is love and friendship. You know, yeah. So it's really quite a miserable day today when you look at the sheer volume these assholes killed. And you know they enjoyed every minute of it. You know, they could have worked harder to get them out the door alive, but they don't give a shit. They're overpaid, they're bullies. If you try to do anything to them as far as exposing them or asking them questions, why are you doing that? They call the cops on you. Just a chicken shit network of sadistic thugs. Yeah. Sick people, really sick. Not a whole lot I can do, so, you know. Anyway, there it is, gang. They mean business. All those dogs I just showed you, those beautiful huskies, they're probably gearing up to kill them too. Please get involved. I'd love to tell you to pray, but prayer obviously doesn't work. So, we got to come up with another solution.